Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to be doing a black and white monochrome set today. So I'm going to be using Madame Glam's Cottontail and Perfect Black. So this is part of the Creative Nails collab. So I will apply 2 coats of each polish apart from the black because it didn't need it. So let me just quickly speed this up. So I cure my Madame Glam gel polishes, especially the black. I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. So you can either cure it for 30 to 60 seconds in a LED light. If you're using a UV lamp, it needs to be 2 minutes. So I'm just deciding what I wanted to do because I was a bit unsure. This was a total wing it set, completely 100% wing it. I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. So yeah, we will see how it turns out at the end. Well, obviously I know how it turns out. We'll see what you think how it turns out. So I do have a discount code for Madame Glam. I will pop it on the screen if I haven't already. And yep, I will just continue applying these very, very quickly, and then I will cure them. So that is them all done there. So I'm going to be doing a marble. So I'm just going to apply a small amount onto this mixing palette, and then I will swirl them together with a dotting tool, and then I will use the Madame Glam ombre brush to pick them up and put them on the nail. I'm going to be using the Madame Glam base coat because I don't have the blooming gel from them. So let's just apply these. I check my brush, make sure I ain't got no black on there. I really don't want to be turning that colour grey. So there you go. Just do that, and then you can scoop it up and put it on the nail. So here I am applying the base coat, also from Madame Glam. So if you haven't got blooming gel, you can use a base coat. It takes a little bit longer, and it is slightly different, but not really that much. I will show you a picture of it when it's finished blooming and I've cured it. So yeah, so you just want to apply it, just kind of sort of float it on the nail and sort of move the brush around. This does create a slightly thinner marble, if that makes any sense at all. But hopefully you know what I mean. So I'm just sort of just wiggling it around a little bit, as you can see there. And then I will leave that to sit because I do another marble nail, but it's kind of like a half and half. But I will let this sit while I'm doing the other one. So I let it sit for, I don't know, maybe a minute, 30 seconds a minute, something like that. Just until you're happy, really, with how it's bloomed out. So I will speed this up. So I will leave that to one side and let that bloom while I do the next nail. So just going to do the same thing again, but I'm just going to do it half of the nail because yeah, I didn't want 2 full marble nails, so I thought I would do something a little bit different. So here we go, just applying it again, and then I will wait until that's bloomed a little bit, and then I will cure it in the light. It's just until you're happy with how it's bloomed, really. I wanted it kind of individual like this, like big gaps. I did want a bit more white in there. So what I did was I did take a brush off camera, this brush, and I added just a small amount of white, small trail of white on top of the black. And it kind of bloomed out a bit. So here I'm just going to do some lines. I don't normally do this. So as you can see, it went wonky. So I do clean this up a little bit off camera, but I didn't put you through watching that. So I will just continue doing this little bit, and then I shall be back in a second. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so on this one, I thought I would use up what is on my palette. And I didn't want this to be too dark, so I was really happy with how this actually turned out. Because I used the Madame Glam application brush on this, and I only put one coat of the black because I wanted it to sort of, not sheer, it's hard to explain, kind of sort of streaky in places, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you'll see what I mean. Hopefully you can see. So there's still like parts of the cotton towel still showing through, because that's how I wanted it to be. So this is the marble nail. There you go. So we're going to be doing some stamping. So I'm going to use Nicole Diary 088 and also Born Pretty Fairy Tale L004. And also a Nicole Diary L43. These paints are so pretty. And I'm going to be using the SHEMODERN opaque sticky stamping polish in black and white. So I'm going to have to explain what I am doing here. So I've tried not to zoom in too much so you can see, and hopefully it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to pick up this half wing here. But obviously it's not really big, so I knew that I would have to try and make this into a butterfly. Now it's going to be hard to see at the moment, but you will be able to see it at the end, because I wanted it over the top of the marble. So what I did was I stamped the two separate images onto the nail, positioned them how I wanted them, and then what I did was I took a body of one of the butterflies on the stamping plate, and then I had to do a little bit of tidying up and positioned it on the nail. So this is it here. I'm just trying to see what I need to take off, because obviously I want you to know that it's a butterfly. But it's like the half butterfly, so I wanted you to know that that's what it was that I wanted to create. So I will speed it up a little bit just while I remove what I don't want. And then what I had to do was I had to re-go in and pick up parts of the lines on the same image on the plate just to tie it all in together. Hopefully I'm explaining it okay and you understand what I'm trying to explain. So hopefully, I needed to remove a bit more. So as you can see, I'm just slowly removing what I don't want, because obviously I didn't want it to look like it's not meant to be there, even though we know it's not meant to be there, but I wanted to make it look like it was meant to be there. So here I am here, just lining it back up, and then I will stamp it just so you can see that yes, it is definitely a butterfly. Hopefully you can see that. I'm hoping you can anyway. You can in the pictures at the end. It's very hard to sort of like explain. So here I am just going to stamp the little bits that I want. So I'm just lining it up. Hopefully I'm explaining it okay and you can kind of see what I'm trying to do here, because I didn't want to obviously completely lose the pattern of the wings, but I wanted you to know that it is meant to be a butterfly. And then I will speed up the rest of the stamping. So, oh no, I won't actually. What I'm going to do is I want to have this image that I'm going to pick up now. I want her facing the opposite way. So I'm going to try and stamp it onto another stamper. So the first time it didn't transfer exactly how I wanted it to transfer, but I do line it up to see if it's how much I wanted, and it's not. So I tried it again and it still wasn't right. The third time it was absolutely fine. It was exactly what I wanted. So what I do is I just pick up the image, pick it up with one stamper, quickly stamp it onto another one, just push it straight down. Don't roll it, just push it straight down, which is the mistake I made here. So this is the one that works. I pick it up. As soon as I've picked it up, I stamp it straight on. That stamper that is on the table is the SHEMODERN one. So the stamper I'm using in the video is a CADS one, and it's quite sticky. This one isn't as sticky, so there you go. I'm happy with that. That's how I wanted it to be, because I wanted her facing the butterfly wings, because she's got her hand out and she's got a little butterfly on her finger. So that's how I wanted it to be. And then I will just add another image off of the other Nicole Diary plate and just put a little bit of edging on this one. So here. And then I will place a little bit at the bottom as well, because I was unsure if I really wanted to stamp anything big on the bottom, but I thought, no, I'll just use this and just make like a kind of like a border type thing. And yeah, I was happy with how that turned out. And then on this one, I'm going to stamp this fairy and a butterfly, just like that. And then I will take some stars and I will place them at the bottom, trailing up. So as I'm stamping it, I'm just slightly moving my stamper. And then I put a few more here. And then I will put a couple right at the top, as if she's flown all the way up from the bottom and the little butterflies joined her to touch the stars. I thought it was really cute. And then on this one, I'm going to stamp these butterflies at the bottom. I think I remove one of these butterflies. Do I or don't I? Oh, no, I don't. I go straight in. So I'm going to stamp that one on there, and I'm going to stamp another fairy, because I wanted these to be butterflies and fairies. And I think they turned out really, really cute. So this is actually this set done. I know, really surprising. I'm going to glossy top coat first. Oh, I'm going to stamp this one as well. This fairy with these butterflies. And then I will go in with the border that I stamped on the other nail. You'll see it in a second. And I'm just going to tie this one in with that one. So I'm going to stamp it in between these little black lines. So here, just going to stamp it in with my stamper a bit. And then I will stamp a few, I think it's a few stars just in the corner, because I thought it was a bit bare. So there you go. And that is actually this set all done. So I will apply a glossy top coat first, and then the pictures will be matte. So I will show you what it will look like as a glossy. So this is it all done here. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I do rearrange them a little bit. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you like it? Don't you like it? I actually think it turned out really, really nice. I don't know whether it's a wearable set, but I would wear it anyway. So as I said in the beginning, this is a the Creative Nails collab. So I will have the playlist link down in the description box, and yep, please head over and check out everybody's designs. And yep, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.